What's up, guys? It is Dan from BettorOff coming to you with our special Thanksgiving edition of the PropCast. Prop Holiday's out, making sure he's got all the grub, all the goods ready for Thanksgiving. So it's just going to be me today, but it's just going to be a quick little 10-minute video. We're going to go over each game, and then we're going to go into our PropCast Parlay for this week, which is going to be a 3-leg. It's going to consist of 3 separate legs of touchdown and anytime touchdown and money line parlay legs. So the odds are going to be high, and the payout's going to be big, so make sure you stick around to figure out what that's going to be, because that's going to be coming to you real soon. So, Thanksgiving games, right? Thanksgiving football, probably the most important thing of the entire day, if you ask me. You know, I might be biased, but I feel like if you're watching this podcast or you've been following us along, you might be someone who agrees with that. So, we're kicking it off at 12:30 with the classic Lions game. Now, I cannot think of a worse team to have as a Thanksgiving regular over the past 10, 15, 20 years in the Detroit Lions. I don't know when their contract for that agreement is up, but it cannot really be soon enough. So we got the Bears at the Lions. Now, although the Lions are winless and they have an absolute season from hell, including a tie, they couldn't even lose a game. The Lions have gotten so bad they can't even lose a game. They now have to tie games. But this is interesting, right? Because I'm looking at the lines for the 12:30 game. Chicago is -3. Detroit is +3. Chicago's only -164 on the money line. Detroit is +138. There's a lot of talk about whether Jared Goff is going to be back from injury. From what I've just read recently, it sounds like he's trending toward playing, which I think could have a impact on the game. I don't know how substantial it would be, but I do kind of, before I get into just talking about the game, I think that is going to be a big play, a big determining factor for just how I like this game to go. But we're going to go into the assumption that he is playing for right now, and then if he isn't, you can just assume that I don't like the Lions. But so 12:30 game, like we said, Chicago -3. Yikes. Right, with a team that their head coach is on the ropes, on the way out, going to get fired. I don't know what it is, but not a good spot for them right now. The over/under is set at 41.5, which is one of the lower over/unders I've seen on the year. So I guess it's good they're playing at 12:30, so everyone can watch all of the parades instead of this, because they're predicting a barn burner of a game. But if they're predicting a barn burner of a game, we've also seen times when that turns into a shootout of a game. So this isn't setting up to be a very good game. But if we're going to be honest, I would love, and I think a lot of America would too, primetime Thanksgiving Day, the Lions get their classic Thanksgiving game. I'd love to see the Lions win, right? I don't have anything against the Bears, but Andy Dalton, I would love to see the Lions win on Thanksgiving. Do I think they're going to win? And am I going to put money on them to win? No. But if the Lions do, this is a game where if the Lions do win and I do not win a bet that I want to put on Chicago money line or whatever, I will not be upset about that, right? And +3, they've won a game at home Thanksgiving, +3. It's definitely possible. Jared Goff's coming back off of injury. I don't know if they're rushing him back because they think, we're at home on Thanksgiving, we can get a win. This is a banged-up Bears team. Their head coach is out, whatever. We got a chance here. But in the end, I do like the Bears to win. So for the first leg of our PropCast Parlay, Bears money line and a Darnell Mooney touchdown. That's right, Darnell Mooney. I didn't really want to go with David Montgomery. The odds weren't super great for a double up like that, especially in a game that's so close on the money line of -164. But Darnell Mooney's been so hot recently. He's really been like their go-to guy in the air, and I like a Darnell Mooney touchdown and Bears money line win. Heartbreaker for all of America and all the Lions fans. That's going to be the first leg of our parlay. Then we got the 4:30 game, which on paper isn't, according to the spreads and the money lines, this isn't supposed to be the the closest of the 3 games, but I think it really has the potential to be. So we have the Raiders going to the Cowboys. The Cowboys, who put up 9 points last week. We've been talking about their potent offense. They have so many offensive weapons. They were having such a good season. Now they go to the Chiefs, right, who have turned it around in the last few weeks. They're starting to look like the Chiefs. Everyone's starting to get scared of the Chiefs. They're putting up, they're just firing away on offense. Defense is been doing its job, whatever. Held the Cowboys offense to 9 points. So I think the Cowboys are a little bit shaky right now. I mean, they're coming off, a win in Atlanta, but they also lost to Denver. So we're getting to the point in the season, week 12. The Cowboys need to solidify that they're going to win at least the NFC East, right? So as much as I do think that this game could be close, I mean, the Raiders also coming off a loss to the Bengals, but who really knows how good the Bengals are? Who really knows how good the Raiders are? We all know this has been a crazy year in the NFL this year, so I do think that this game could be closer than plus 7.5, but I do like the Cowboys, right? I like the Cowboys. The over-under set at 50, so they're expecting a little bit more score, 10 more points than the earlier game at least, and so I like the Cowboys money line. That's going to be the first pick of this game. The second, I like Dalton Schultz to score a touchdown. Now, Dalton Schultz has not been the factor or the presence, especially in the red zone, that we've seen in the beginning of the season. When he scored 2 touchdowns against the Eagles and had a couple other touchdown weeks in the first 5 weeks or so. He's kind of taken a back seat, and I know we saw kind of everybody take a seat last week against the Chiefs, but I like Dalton Schultz to score a touchdown. It's been a while coming for him. He's been a good target. He gets looks every single game. He gets targets. He has a pretty good reception percentage. I like Dalton Schultz to get in because as much as I think this game could stay close, would it be the most surprising thing to me in the world should the Cowboys win by 20, 25, 30? No. And if that's going to be the case, which I'm kind of hedging on, they're going to be 3 or 4 different touchdown scorers. And if there are 3 or 4 different touchdown scorers for the Cowboys, I like Dalton Schultz to be one of them. So it's going to be a Dalton Schultz TD and the Cowboys money line. That is going to be the second leg of the Thanksgiving PropCast Parlay Bonanza. The night game, right? So this is the game on paper that is, it's not going to be the closest, slated to be the closest game, but the best game, right? Because, or other way around. So the Bills at the Saints, right? A Bills team who, gosh, they really can't. We said this about so many teams already in the last few weeks, but what are the Bills? Who are the Bills, right? Are they the AFC leading Super Bowl contender that they were 6 weeks ago? I don't think so. They're coming off of a drubbing at the hands of the Colts, and are the Colts taking the Bills' place? Are the Colts now the hot team in the AFC? There's so many questions that have to be answered, but I think the Bills are also kind of similar to the Cowboys, where they're kind of in a slide right now. I don't think anybody's writing them off at all. They've officially fallen behind the Pats in the AFC East. I'm sure that is not what they love to see, and I'm sure they're not happy about that after they started out the season just basically saying after 5, 6, 7 weeks of the season, people were ready to give the AFC East to the Bills. And now that they've not only, given up that lead, but actually fallen to second place, they're struggling right now. They're going to the Saints, who are also struggling. Obviously, they've been out without Jameis Winston for the last few weeks after he got hurt. They've been playing Trevor Siemian. Taysom Hill's been kind of banged up, in and out, whatever. But the spread on this game is in favor of Buffalo, but only 5.5. Now, it is on the road in New Orleans Thanksgiving night, so I do like, obviously, that edge, as I'm sure sportsbooks do as well, to give to the Saints. So this one is... I think this has really, really good shootout potential. However, the Saints did just come off of a lackluster, to say the least, performance against the Eagles, where they gave up 40 points to Jalen Hurts and company. The Saints aren't necessarily out of it in the NFC South yet. The Bills are obviously not out of the NFC East, but New Orleans has that NOLA magic, and Thanksgiving night, it's a game that you really don't play. Other than the Lions and the Cowboys, these teams don't really get a look at Thanksgiving games very often, especially the Thanksgiving night game, which is obviously two different teams every year. But I went back and forth on this one for a while. But the name of the game isn't how close is the game going to be, who's going to cover, yada, yada, yada. For the parlay, the name of the game is who is going to win the game. And I do like the Buffalo Bills. I think sliding behind the Pats in the AFC East is going to light a fire under that potent offense. And a potent offense against the Saints defense who just gave up. Who was the number one rush defense coming into the game last week at Philadelphia. They give up 40 points, 3 Jalen Hurts rushing touchdowns. If that's a sign of things to come for the rest of the season, the Saints, I gotta like the Bills in this game. So I like the Bills money line. Going with our third touchdown scorer, which is very similar to what I talked about with Dalton Schultz when I talked about the Cowboys game. I'm going to go with Dawson Knox, anytime touchdown scorer. He has not, similar to Schultz, beginning of the season, he had 2 games, I believe, with 2 or more touchdowns. He was probably averaging 1 a week over the first 6 or 7 weeks, but they've slowed, and their offense has slowed, and so he has. So if I am predicting the game script to be the Bills' offense is going to pick up and get back to the Bills' offense that we've seen, like I kind of said in the Cowboys game, I expect 3-4 different touchdown scorers. Now, the Bills have a ton of weapons, obviously, right? They have Emmanuel Sanders and Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen could run it. You want to give Zach Moss one. So there are a lot of mouths to feed in Buffalo for touchdown scorers, but I figured I would stick with the kind of tight end duo of Schultz and Knox. So I'm going to go with Dawson Knox to score a touchdown and the Bills to win the game. So the 3 legs of the PropCast Parlay are going to be Darnell Mooney and Bears money line. Darnell Mooney anytime touchdown and the Bears money line. Dalton Schultz anytime touchdown and the Cowboys money line. And Dawson Knox anytime touchdown scorer and the Bills money line. Now the total odds on this parlay are plus 4,887. So this is going to be the by far longest prize pool that we are going to be offering should it hit on Thursday night. So we're putting $25 in as normal. 25 to win over $1,200, right? $25 to win $1,220. So make sure to hit up our Twitter page. It'll be posted sometime on Thanksgiving morning. Retweet the tweet with all of the legs in the parlay, and if this thing hits $1,200, like I said, we're all going to be watching football on Thanksgiving anyway. I know, I don't have time for this. I need to catch up with my family. I need to cook dinner. If you're the people watching this podcast and you're the people like me, you're going to be watching football on Thanksgiving. So don't think twice about it. Retweet the tweet. And if this hits, then $1,200 could be yours in your pocket. And that, I promised you a short episode, and that's gonna do it. So we could have some entertaining games on Thanksgiving, but the moral of the story is it's Thanksgiving, it's football. Nothing like the 4:30, the nap during halftime of the 4:30 game, post dinner, post turkey, post stuffing, and happy Thanksgiving to all. Make sure to check us out on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok and YouTube and anywhere that there's social media. Hit up BettorOff. Make sure to put your picks for Thanksgiving games if you like these. If you like these spreads, if you like these money lines, make sure to put them in the app. Make sure to climb those leaderboards for the NFL. And happy Thanksgiving to all. Thanks for watching. Enjoy Turkey Day and enjoy watching football.